Yes, hello, Mr. Saurabh. Welcome on YourPedia platform, and let's start your thermodynamics snap for your final HPCL interview. So, Saurabh, what is thermodynamics? What is your understanding related to this subject?
I think thermodynamics is a branch that deals with energy interaction. From name itself, we can say that thermo means energy and dynamics means interaction. So basically, we learn interaction in the form of heat and work in thermodynamics.
Acha, if you will consider a football.
Yes, sir.
So the gas inside the football, you will consider it like a open system or closed system or what? Isolated system?
Sir, I think it is open system because after playing a match or two, we have to fill air inside the football again, which means somehow the air is.
I'm giving you some football, Saurabh, and suppose we are interested in carrying out some kind of thermodynamic analysis for the gas inside the football. Okay.
Sir, I think it is a closed system then.
It will be a closed system. Why?
Because, sir, I'm assuming that no gas is escaping from the football, which means there is no mass going out of the system. But as the game process, because of the game, the air temperature might get heated, which means there is some energy interaction. So I think that's why it is a closed system.
Okay. I just suppose, Saurabh, during playing some kind of football match, we kept that football in some playground, and by taking some solar heat, it gains some heat. Okay. So then, considering it as a closed system, as you mentioned, how you're going to write the such kind of conservation of energy? First law of thermodynamics for that.
So first law of thermodynamics says that for any cyclic process, heat interaction equal to work interaction. Here we have heat interaction in the form of energy, but I'm not sure about work interaction. If some work is done.
Suppose let us consider I have given you a football. Okay, you placed that football in some playground. Okay, where the solar intensity is maybe suppose close to 1000 watt per meter square. For example, okay, we are taking the solar intensity 1000 watt per meter square. The dimensions of the football are known to us.
Okay.
So what actually I want to know the change in temperature of the air inside the football.
Okay, so as we know that 1000 watt per meter square is the energy that is coming on that football, and if we multiply by the area surface area of that football, we get the total energy that is incident.
Surface area means what? For surface area means what? 4 pi r square.
Yes, sir. 4 pi r square.
4 pi r square you will take. Why 4 pi r square?
Because, sir, that is a curved surface area of a sphere, and as solar energy, it is coming on all direction when the game is processed, or that's why I consume that. That's why I consider it is 4 pi r square.
Are you sure solar radiations are going to enter from all the sides?
No, sir. I think on the bottom side it will not be there.
And what about back side?
Stationary, if it's placed stationary on the ground, and that
at one instant, I feel it will cover the area pi r square only. Don't you feel like that?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Because top surface
you
only
take some kind of projected area.
Yes,
no?
Sir. Yes, sir. Actually, I assume it is a process. It is match is going on. That time we consider that. If it is a stationary place on the ground,
yes,
then...
yes, we placed it in a ground only. It is a stationary only.
Okay, sir.
So okay, fine. So you got the heat which is entering. Fine.
Yes. Sir.
Now next step will be what?
Sir, actually, I forgot the question. Can you please repeat?
I just asked you how you will find out the change in temperature.
Yes, a change in temperature. So it is a constant volume process. So all the heat that we can write that heat is equal to mCV dt. CV because volume is constant, and mass we can
just tell me all the assumptions. On what assumptions you are writing? The heat addition is equal to the CV dt. What are the assumptions?
Assumptions. It is a steady process.
Steady process. It's not a steady process. It is an unsteady process. The properties are going to change with time. We are finding out dt, na? Saurabh,
yes,
temperature is going to change with time. It's not a steady process.
Yes, sir. So no heat is escaping from the football. All the heat that is coming, that it is stored in the form of some internal energy.
So only
And
heat is entering into the football. Okay, fine.
and it is no, it is escaping, and no, I'm not able to recall other assumptions.
First important thing,
It is an
we're
ideal
considering
process.
it as a rigid container. Means
Yes,
the boundaries are not going to expand. The gas
yes,
inside, it is going to expand once it is going to, but the boundaries are rigid. We are considering the change in volume of the football zero. We are considering it like a rigid container. That's
yes,
why the work will be zero. Are you getting?
yes, yes,
Second assumption is what? You are considering the gas inside the football as a ideal gas, because then only we can write dq equal to du plus dw. Dw will be zero because it is a kind of a closed system with constant volume. So dq equal to du, and du will be mcv dt. For what? For ideal gas. So we are considering the gas inside the football as a ideal gas. Got the idea, Saurabh? Now
yes.
what will be your next step?
And with the help of that MCV, we will find CV. CV
From
means
where you will
known.
get m?
M, sir, from the ideal gas equation, PV is equal to MRT. We assume that pressure we can find with the help of some pressure gauge, and volume is known. R gas constant that depends on the which gas is inside the football, and PV is equal to M. M can be found with the help of that. And
dq will
temperature
be what?
which,
Like the atmospheric temperature
so temperature
in the big
before
bang.
initial temperature of that
Obviously,
temperature is
the
equal.
football will be in some kind of equilibrium with the surrounding in that case.
Okay, that time we will consider surrounding temperature.
Fine. So, what is throttling?
So throttling is a isenthalpic process where it is a irreversible expansion process basically, in which initial temperature is same as final temperature.
Again, you are saying something without any assumption. You are saying initial temperature equal to final temperature for what? For
So for a
throttling is an
throttling process,
isothermal process. You heard about that?
no sir, it is not isothermal process. Temperature varies in between, but initial temperature is equal to final temperature.
For what? For
For
when you
the
are carrying out throttling of ideal gases. So,
yes sir.
Acha, tell me one thing. If you are carrying out throttling of real gases, then what will happen to the temperature? It is going to increase, decrease, or it will remain constant? For a real gas.
I think sir it will decrease.
Always it will decrease. Means always cooling will take place.
No, sir, it depends on the inversion curve. I think.
It depends on something known as Joule-Thomson
Joule
coefficient.
Thomson, yes sir. It is
Yes. What is that? What is that, Saurabh?
So it is a slope of inversion curve.
So what do you need to say? The temperature can increase or decrease for real gas. It can increase if the Joule-Thomson coefficient is negative. It is
Yes,
going to decrease if the Joule-Thomson coefficient is positive. You cannot say temperature is going to decrease always
yes sir.
for real gas. Acha, tell me one thing, Saurabh. Throttling is isenthalpic in nature, but it is highly irreversible process.
Yes sir.
Now tell me, when we are carrying out throttling of liquids in VCRS system, the temperature drops.
Yes sir.
Throttling is an expansion process.
Yes.
How we got that drop in temperature when we carry out throttling of liquids?
Sir, I'm not able to recall. I think some phase change will be there. That's why.
Phase change will be there, but you are not explaining completely. So, what is second law of thermodynamics?
The second law of thermodynamics has two statements. One is Kelvin-Planck statement, other is Clausius statement. Can I say both statements?
Yes, go ahead. Acha,
So
tell me something beyond these two statements.
sorry, sir. What?
Tell me something about second law of thermodynamics out of these two statements. Tell me something beyond these two statements. Kelvin-Planck's and Clausius statement.
Both these statements are parallel statements, and basically we can.
No. Forget about these two statements. Tell me about second law of thermodynamics without talking about Clausius and Kelvin-Planck statement.
It is used for heat pump and a refrigerator. And for heat pump, I think we will talk about efficiency, and for refrigerator we talk about COP. And apart from that, as in case of heat engine, heat is converted into work, which means low grade energy is converted into high grade energy. That's why efficiency is less than 1. And in case of refrigerator, we convert work into heat, which is high grade energy is converted into low grade energy, which 100% conversion is possible. That's why COP may be more than 1.
ओके, तो आपने एंट्रोपी के बारे में पढ़ा है सौरभ?
Yes, sir.
Tell me some kind of physical significance of or interpretation of entropy.
So entropy basically represent randomness or disorderness of a system. If there is a entropy randomness in the system, and that time useful work can be, I can say, destroyed in entropy generation. Entropy because of entropy generated. It is degradation of energy, I can say.
Entropy is how?
Because if entropy generated, then useful some available energy available energy of the system is decreases, which means some useful work that we are going to get is not available and it is destroyed.
So degree of freedom क्या होता है सौरभ?
The degree of freedom is maximum number of independent variables that is required to define a state of a system.
Okay, कैसे निकालते हैं? How we find out degree of freedom?
सर गिब्स फेज रूल का भी यूज कर सकते हैं हम डिग्री ऑफ फ्रीडम निकालने के लिए. गिब्स फेज रूल का यूज करते हैं.
गिब्स फेज रूल क्या होता है ये?
सर ये बेसिकली फेजेस, डिग्री ऑफ फ्रीडम एंड नंबर ऑफ कंपोनेंट्स, इसका एक रिलेशन होता है जिससे हम डिग्री ऑफ फ्रीडम निकाल सकते हैं. हमें नंबर ऑफ फेजेस और कंपोनेंट पता होना चाहिए. जैसे कि P plus F is equal to C plus 2 and P means phases, F means degree of freedom, C means component, P plus F is equal to C plus 2.
चलो, आप मेरे को क्या डिफरेंस बता सकते हो क्रिटिकल पॉइंट में और ट्रिपल पॉइंट में सौरभ?
सर क्रिटिकल पॉइंट वो पॉइंट होता है जहाँ से लिक्विड डायरेक्टली वेपर में फ्लैश ऑफ होता है, और ट्रिपल पॉइंट वो होता है जहाँ पे सॉलिड, लिक्विड और वेपर फेजेस को एग्जिस्ट करते हैं इक्विलिब्रियम में.
कितना होता है? हाउ मच इज अ ट्रिपल पॉइंट एंड दिस क्रिटिकल पॉइंट फॉर वाटर?
ट्रिपल पॉइंट टेम्परेचर I think 273.06 Kelvin होता है, and critical point I'm not able to recall, it is some 374 something. I'm not sure exactly about that.
कितना होता है DO एट ट्रिपल पॉइंट एंड क्रिटिकल पॉइंट?
0 होता है.
दोनों पे 0 होता है.
हाँ.
क्या प्रूव कर सकते हो आप यूजिंग गिब्स फेज रूल? कैन यू शो मी?
ये सर ट्राई करता हूँ मैं.
हाँ, गो अहेड.
Yes sir, P plus F is equal to C plus 2. So 3 phases of water coexist. So P is equal to 3, P plus F, C is equal to 1, because only water is there, not any other substance or any other gas. Or so on the left hand side, P plus F is equal to C plus 2. So 3 on both sides, F will be 0. C is equal to 1 and P is equal to 3.
एक बार शो करो मेरे को.
एक मिनट.
दिस इज फॉर व्हाट, लाइक ट्रिपल पॉइंट?
Yes sir.
क्रिटिकल पॉइंट के लिए नहीं किया आपने अभी?
I'm not sure, but what kind of phases exist in critical point?
चलो चलो स्वरूप, अभी मैं आपको फीडबैक दे देता हूँ. So we had some kind of interaction earlier. I'm getting some kind of reflection. We interacted earlier also.
Yes, sir. For BRC, I was with YourPedia.
अच्छा, PRC के लिए I think more than maybe 7-8 months ago, है ना?
Yes, sir.
चलो, तो अभी you got call for HPCL also.
Yes, sir.
चलिए गुड, ठीक है. तो आप देखो, आप थोड़ा सा रिकॉल आप लेट कर रहे थे ना, अंडरस्टैंडिंग है आपका, स्लाइटली आप थोड़ा सा नर्वस भी थे, ऐसा लग रहा था थोड़ा अंडर प्रेशर आप अपना दे रहे हो, है ना. जो होता है कि जैसे टीम के 6 प्लेयर आउट हो गए हैं, अभी 7वां आया है, तो वैसे आप खेल रहे थे. तो यू नीड टू बी कॉन्फिडेंट, यू नीड टू हैव मोर कॉन्फिडेंट एंड वेरी कॉन्फिडेंटली क्लियरली यू नीड टू हाईलाइट व्हाटएवर यू नो. चीजों को थोड़ा रिलेट करना चाहिए आपको. पोटेंशियल है, यू नो द थिंग्स एंड यू आंसर्ड मोस्ट ऑफ द क्वेश्चन ऑल्सो. थोड़ा सा बस आपको रिकॉलिंग अपनी कैपेबिलिटी जो है वो उसको और फास्ट करना है, और उसका एक बड़ा आसान सा तरीका है, प्रैक्टिस करनी है. जितना प्रैक्टिस करोगे माइंड वैसा ही हो जाएगा, है ना. ये
Yes.
गॉड गिफ्टेड चीजें हैं, हम जैसे जैसे प्रैक्टिस करते हैं वैसी वैसी चीजें हमें बढ़ जाता है आपका आईक्यू लेवल, आपका जो रिकॉलिंग एबिलिटी है. तो डिस्कशन करो विद योर फैमिली और सॉरी विद योर फ्रेंड्स इफ यू आर प्रिपेयरिंग, and you are having some friends. With your friends if you are preparing, then you can have some kind of discussion, interaction कि हाँ ये क्या होगा, ये क्या होगा, उससे थोड़ा सा आप रिकॉलिंग बढ़ जाएगी. And second thing is go for more and more stamps with me also and for other mentors also.
Yes.
तो ओवरऑल तो ठीक लगा, थोड़ा सा आपको सोचना है. मैंने आपको बहुत सारे हिंट दिए तब जाके आप उस कंक्लूजन्स पे पहुंच पाए, ठीक है. तो जल्दी नहीं करनी है. जब भी इंटरव्यू में जाते हो ना, देखो वो आपके आंसर से ज्यादा इंटरेस्टेड है आपके कंसेप्ट में, वो इंटरेस्टेड है आपके एक्सप्लेनेशन में, वो इंटरेस्टेड है कि आप कितना अच्छे से इफेक्टिवली आप एक्सप्लेन कर रहे हो. आर यू गेटिंग सौरभ?
Yes, sir.
आंसर इंटरेस्टेड, आंसर कभी भी मैटर नहीं करते. आंसर्स के बेसिस पे सिलेक्शन नहीं होता. सिलेक्शन होता है कि आप कितना हार्डली आप ट्राई कर रहे हो इंटरव्यूअर को कन्विंस करने की, और कन्विंस करने के लिए आपको एक्सप्लेन करना पड़ेगा. आर यू गेटिंग? और एक्सप्लेन करने का तरीका क्या है? यू नीड टू हाईलाइट एवरीथिंग. डोंट प्रिज्यूम एनीथिंग कि हाँ उनको पता है. अगर पता है तो भाई दे विल आस्क यू सम क्वेश्चन, दे आर आस्किंग यू ना.
Yes, sir.
तो आपको एज ए स्टूडेंट, एज ए कैंडिडेट, यू नीड टू एक्सप्लेन. तो go with all suitable assumptions, highlight the all possible cases, and then only start explaining. Fine?
Okay, sir. Yes.
बस इस चीज का ध्यान रखना है. बाकी मेरे को लग रहा है आपका अंडरस्टैंडिंग है, थोड़ा सा आप करोगे तो चीजों को कर पाओगे. तो अभी थोड़ा टाइम कम है, आई कैन नॉट डिस्कस विद यू इन डिटेल. एक बार इन चीजों को देख लेना, जो जो क्वेश्चन मैंने पूछे थे अच्छे से आंसर उसका प्रिपेयर कर लेना. इफ यू फेस एनी काइंड ऑफ डाउट और यू वांट सम काइंड ऑफ डिस्कशन, यू कैन गेट बैक टू मी, यू कैन व्हाट्सएप मी, यू कैन हैव सम मोर डिस्कशन.
Yes, sir.
ओके सौरभ, गुड लक, थैंक यू.
Thank you, sir.